Today we are going to discuss about the microcontroller. In previous year we are studied to the 8051 microcontroller. The block diagram shows about the 8051 microcontroller. The term of the 8051 microcontroller here the MCS51 family members. Unless specially mentioned similarly 8052 microcontroller or 8032 microcontroller. The various function blocks of the 8051 microcontroller are ALU, control and timing units, RAM, EEPROM, ROM, register, latches and drives for the ports P0, P1 and P2, P3. Each of these blocks are discussed as followed the previous year. The block diagram shows about the MCS51 architecture. This architecture includes ALU, Boolean processor, program and data memories, the oscillator, timing and control, registers, accumulator, stack pointer, ports. All about shows the block diagram. Here the MSc first one syllabus is now Advanced Microcontroller paper number 4th. The first chapter is PIC microcontroller. The second unit is integrated development tools for the PIC microcontroller. In the first chapter PIC microcontroller, this is the introduction, advantages of the PIC microcontroller, MCS51 series, PIC microcontroller features, architecture of PIC microcontroller, pin description, 16CXX series, architecture of 16F877, memory structure, register file structure, register banks, program and data memory, use of the EEPROM, SRFs, W register, status register, option register, etc. And also includes the interrupt of the PIC microcontroller, IO ports of the PIC microcontroller, timer of PIC microcontroller, reset types of the reset PIC microcontroller. Also include the instruction set. instruction सेटचा फॉर्मॅट बघणार आहे आपण. बाईट ओरिएंटेड इन्स्ट्रक्शन बघणार आहे, बीट ओरिएंटेड इन्स्ट्रक्शन बघणार आहे. देन सेकंड युनिट integrated development tools for the PIC microcontroller. Overview the MATLAB, the IDE for the assembly language. Then third unit AVR microcontroller. Also include the AVR microcontroller, general architecture of the AVR microcontroller family, silent feature series, architecture and hardware resources of the AVR at Mega 8L PIC AVR at Mega 8L AVR microcontroller. Then the fourth unit, integrated development tools for the AVR microcontroller. And the fifth and last one chapter is programming and the interfacing with AVR and PIC microcontroller. Then study that the development of the embedded system for the temperature controlling, measurement of pH and the DC motor controlling by the PWM technique. We are the discuss about the PIC microcontroller. PIC microcontroller, that means peripheral interface controllers, is the family of microcontroller of the microchip by the technology. PIC microcontroller have attractive features and they are suitable for a wide range of the applications. PIC microcontroller are the 8-bit microcontroller. 16C6X and 16C7X. There is the various PIC microcontroller parts and versions are available. The choices of the 16CX and 7X for the discussion in this chapter. PIC microcontroller are the RISC processor and the hardware architecture. They are the PIC are most of the hardware chips and RISC computers. In the difference between Intel 8051 and the most general purpose process that use von Neumann is the difference than the Intel 8051 architecture. The PIC microcontroller is 8-bit CPU. Then the 2 MB program memory space means that the internal 32 kilobyte to the 128 kilobyte, 256 bytes to the 1 kilobyte of the EEPROM, up to the 4096 bytes of the on-chip SRAM, 4 kilobyte to 128 kilobyte flash program memory, PWM, real-time interrupt, and the watchdog timer also include. The PIC microcontroller serial communication interface, the SPI I2C. Background debug mode also included. The PIC microcontroller 10-bit analog to digital converter. Memory protection capability is high. Instruction pipelining, and the operates up to the 40 MHz crystal oscillators. Also include the data memory of the PIC microcontroller 8-bit wide and the program memory of the 12-bit or 16-bit wide. The PIC devices include also analog to digital function built in the power on reset and brown out reset feature. Brown out reset means then when the power supply drops below a certain voltage, then it causes peak to the reset. The oscillator frequency determine the components of the peak can be the low cost RC circuit or the quartz crystal or ceramic resonator. The PIC microcontroller also support the power saving in sleep mode. The PIC microcontroller operating voltage range is 3 volt to the 6 volt. Power consumption is the very low. Intakes less than the 2 milliampere and the 5 volt and 4 megahertz oscillator frequency. There are the only 35 PIC instruction addressing. Then the instruction is the only 35 addressing mode. Then we are going to about the PIC microcontroller advantages and the disadvantages. PIC microcontroller are also cheap and very small in size. Therefore, they can be the embedded on the any device. Also programming our microcontroller is very simple and learn to the very simple about this. It is not much complicated. We are used to the simulators or computers see to the practical results of our program. Thus we can work on a embedded project without even buying the required components and the chip. Thus we virtually see the working of project or program. Also disadvantages of the PIC microcontroller. Complex architecture of the microcontroller have more architecture than the microprocessor. Therefore, the understanding their functionality is the quite difficult. Development of the time due to the complexity of the circuit board, the development time of the microcontroller increases. Also, microcontroller increases, then the cost also increases. Then next lecture we are going to discuss about the PIC microcontroller architecture, block diagram, reset diagram, and so many features. Thank you.